I wanted to do a seminar, an all-day seminar on producing, really about producing movies and television for a global market. Because, everybody here is really about producing movies and television for a global market. Because, everybody here does localized stuff, but people are
Yes.
doing more and more all over the world for international, exhibition. So the same thing's happening here. Filmmakers and want to make shows and want to make movies that other people can see all over the world. So that's one of the ways to do that is to learn a certain level of production, of producing, and that's what I'm here to teach.
When was the first time that you took interest in the Philippines, in the Philippine market, in the Philippine producing field or movies?
Well, it's been about on and off about 3 years. I've been coming about 5 years, but about 3 years ago, I really felt that there's an opportunity here for people to take off, to really do, good international product, which is also, generally means in English, but to do product that can travel all over the world.
Mm-hmm.
It just felt like the community here was closer to what I was used to in Hollywood and, to compare it to other countries.
Was there a particular movie or actor that really opened your eyes and that's why you said, hey, I might as well take a chance here?
Well, recently I met a director named Pedro Lopez, who directed a movie called Maria.
Yeah.
And Maria has done extremely well on Netflix. In fact, it's one of the top films on all of Netflix worldwide. So that kind of was what I was, in a sense, waiting for, was to see a Philippine director whose movie traveled to the States, worldwide, that wasn't, just a telenovela style movie. Which is
we've been doing that boxed and formula style for some decade now, and
I mean, I understand it. There's a particular audience for it. The same thing in the States. You still see, even with all the production going on, there's still Hallmark and Lifetime.
Yes,
so there's
Days of Our Lives.
Yeah, there's a big soap opera audience. So there's an audience for it. But for me, I wanted to see and start to meet filmmakers who make like the kind of indie films they make in the States. Not studio movies, not Marvel movies, but the kind of stuff you see at Sundance and edgier, interesting stuff, which is harder here because there's not a lot of places to show that kind of thing here.
And you want to make it mainstream.
Yeah, exactly. And have those filmmakers also make product that they can make it, shoot in the United States, they can shoot in England. What you want is you want to be able to make something that tells a story about your own culture or your own country. But what the real success is, somebody in Hollywood looks at a director and they say, boy, he or she would be great for this movie. And it doesn't matter whether they're Filipino,
American,
African-American, Belgian. It's just they're a director. And Ang Lee's like that.
Yes,
born,
yes.
A New Yorker, but born in Taiwan. But he doesn't direct Taiwanese movies. He doesn't direct Chinese American movies. He directs movies that
are
interested
good.
in.
Yes.
So it's the same thing. That's the real success.
What does it take or what will it take for Filipinos to arrive at that level?
I think it's to some extent, it's partially it's been a product of lower budgets, which push you into a certain, you have to shoot fast. You don't have
7 days.
Yeah, I mean, and you can't have the quality. Also, the screenplays need to be better. I think the stories and screenplays need to be better. The writing level, and generally a production value level. And that's also just if the budgets are a little higher, the bar gets raised, and you can compete internationally with other countries' product.
And what will be the formula for your seminar this Saturday? How long will it be? What topics are you going to tackle?
Most of the time, I'll be sleeping.
Are you serious? Just kidding.
No,
okay.
I mean, what I like to do, it's an 8 hour, it's an 8 to 5.
Wow, so it's a whole day affair.
Yeah, and I go through all different of the stages of production, from finding material to how to write a screenplay to get produced, putting it up, pre-production, principal photography, post-production, and then the marketing of the movie. So I take each stage of a film and break it down 15, 20 minutes each. And a lot of, I'd like to do a lot of interaction. There's a Q&A at the end. But while I'm doing it, I don't mind sort of interacting with people, and if people want
That's
to talk
nice.
about
So,
stuff.
in just a day, in just 8 hours, they'll have the whole thing. They'll know the whole thing,
They
the
should-
ins and outs
right.
of producing for Hollywood. And mga kapatid, kung di nyo po alam, si Scott Rosenfelt po, siya rin po yung isa sa mga producer ng Home Alone at Mystic Pizza, talagang biggest hits nung 90s and 80s. And hindi po talaga biro yung mga ni-line up niyang pelikula nung mga panahon na iyon. But right now, Mr. Scott, what movies are you producing? What stories are you interested in?
I'm still interested in the kinds of things that are sort of an independent spirit, like Mystic Pizza, but are commercial.
Okay.
So I made a movie this past fall, and I just finished it, called Critical Thinking, which is about a high school chess team. Very motivational film about an inner city high school chess team in Miami. Kids who were Cuban and Dominican and Haitian, who were kind of cast-off kids, who were taught by a Cuban-American coach.
Nice.
And they became the national chess champion. So it's a really feel-good story. It's independent. It's commercial. It's a sports movie, but it's chess instead of basketball. And it's the kind of movie I really love.
Okay, for the people who will be joining this Saturday in your workshop here in TV5 Media Center Studio 4, will they also have your help in bridging the gap between the Hollywood line and what's happening in local?
Yeah, because I'm doing one movie here specifically. I'm working on doing 3 or 4 other movies.
Wow, that's a lot.
TV5.
In a span of a year?
Well, over the next year and a half or 2, and working with TV5 on a slate of films.
Wow.
Can
we know what the storyline would be?
Well, those were in the talking stage.
Under wraps.
Yeah. The other one that I am doing with Pedro Lopez is called Escape, and it's a thriller. It's about a kid, an Australian Filipino kid, who's mistakenly arrested for a drug deal, and then they realize the police realize he has this substance that they think is cocaine, and they discover that it's not at all. He's totally legit, but they throw him in jail, and it's really hard for him to get out. So somebody's hired to get him out. So and it's all about getting him out in time before he gets thrown into a bigger jail and he's gone for life.
Wow.
So it's a pretty exciting film.
Yeah, that's really interesting. And you mentioned before that you're also, maybe in the long run, your goal for this would be to help standardize the film industry here when it comes to production.
Yeah.
And maybe put up a school?
Yes, we definitely work. Part of the whole thing about these seminars is to start a film school that is like workshops, continuing workshops, a certificate program, ultimately maybe a bachelor's program, producing, writing, directing, all of that.
And that's a big help for the industry.
Yeah, because it's and to train people in sort of a global
perspective.
Yeah, exactly.
Global scale.
Yeah.
How long do you think will it take for us to be in fruition?
The school, or you mean the industry?
I mean the people, the industry.
The industry? I don't know, 3 to 5 years.
3 to 5 years.
I mean, all it takes is people starting to make films that travel, that get picked up by Netflix or Amazon or play internationally or, get nominated and that kind of thing. And not just an art movie, a commercial film.
And thank you so much for this, Mr. Scott. So how can they actually join the seminar on Saturday, and what time would it start?
Well, it starts at 8 a.m. We can take people. They can come and they can pay there.
Oh, really?
Yeah. There's also a website. So I think all that information is available. There's a phone number.
We'll put it in the Cargin, the website, and of course, kung magkano mga kapatid, kung ano kailangan yung dalhin, ID ba, yung mga requirements, ilalagay po namin lahat para hindi kayo malito at talaga kompletong-kompleto yung pagdala nyo. Do they need to bring their own cameras, pen and paper, etc.?
They can take notes if they want. I mean,
they just have to bring themselves.
Yeah, mostly to listen.
Nice. And of course, please again invite them to join, Mr. Scott.
Yeah. Well, I'd like people to come this Saturday. I think everybody will learn a lot. I think it'll be fun for people who don't know the industry at all, who may not want to be professionals. But I also think for people who want to really discover what it's like to produce and be production managers and work in production in general, I think it's going to be a great time.
At sobrang sulit talaga nito mga kapatid. Imagine in a whole day, 'di ba? Meron ka ng crash course kung ano mga dapat mong malaman, paano ka dapat magsimula o kung part ka na ng industriya, no, paano ka pa gagaling. So yun nga, may replay po ito sa www.news5.com.ph, sa News5 Features Facebook page at News5 Facebook page, at syempre mga kapatid sa hashtag Newsroom5 Live sa aming YouTube account. Please like, share, and subscribe. Yun nga mga kapatid, talagang spread the word. Good afternoon sa inyo. Ta-ta!